そうだ、味方だぜ。
That's a joke.
Hello and welcome everyone to D6. Rite, bring together several friends from across the internet to play a D&D live stream show. Hey, this show is brought to us by none other than the sponsors over on Patreon, or the patrons over on Patreon. Sorry. Hey, it's the brand new month, but also in fully understanding that in the times that we are in, I highly recommend, if you cannot become a patron, please don't push your wallet, don't push yourself. It is perfectly 100% understandable. I understand this is a very difficult time. However, to those of you who are very interested in trying to support the show to the best of their ability, or just, you know, helping me out, which is totally cool too. Hey, links are always down below. But if you also want to watch last week's episode, hey, I am premiering those episodes on Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, just for you guys, because y'all are so cool and so awesome. And those who don't get the opportunity to experience it live should still be able to experience it no matter what. So, hey, there's a link always down below here on Twitch that will lead you to the YouTube channel, which is D6 Dawn Rite. Or if you're here because of YouTube, hey, that's awesome. I didn't expect that. So yeah, that's all the announcements. Thank you, patrons, and thank you to the people over on YouTube. And yeah, so go ahead, wake up, everybody. Arise from your grave. Can I hear her?
Wise.
You know what? I'm sick and tired of you telling me what to do.
Wise.
I'm staying right here.
Nope, I ain't getting out of the chair.
No, sir.
getting out of this
chair.
All right. So I just realized that something inside me is screaming, "Go to the bathroom!" So I'm gonna leave
Is
it
it that
with.
potato that you didn't put sour cream on?
Stop it! You
No,
stop it! You stop it!
Should have put the ketchup on it.
You stop it too! I'm gonna just run through my announcements. Hey, I forgot to post the Ask Shienpai video out this week. Totally my bad, my fault. Not my intention. I just ran out of time, and I got a heavy dose of discouragement from several different sources. If you are still interested in wanting to watch that, it will hopefully be out this week. I was still trying to have a Friday video that isn't Shienpai. I don't think that there's too much else. I've also been trying to record more Persona 5 stuff, which I just saw Bracky posted his stuff for Persona 5, which I'm just so excited to watch his reactions. It's been so great watching that.
Fuck, that's cool. Fuck, that's fucking cool.
Right? We were good boys. We
All
were.
those suck in the game.
Yeah, like I.
Wow, it's almost like that game was written by a guy who has almost actual no social interaction with any other human beings, which is 100% true with the dev team.
Really makes you think.
With the guy who's been writing since Persona 3, he actually has very, very little social skills.
Which a round of applause to the guy.
Yeah, but still, like,
yeah.
hell.
So
Listen, it's a slow, gradual process.
yeah. With that being said, if you guys are interested in watching some Persona 5 streams, I do recommend Bracky's stream. I also recommend my own. Because I love the adventure of Persona 5, and it is my favorite game of all time. And I hope some people saw my interaction with Bracky earlier about do gays or be crimes do gays. What was it?
Do all the gay.
That's a joke that be crimes to gays.
Yeah.
And bang your teacher.
Be crimes do gays. Which is just me and Yusuke. Anyways, so yeah. Persona 5 streams coming at you relatively soon. I'm gonna leave this with Boo, and then you guys can take care of that for the next 5 minutes while I fix my problem.
Okie dokie.
Fix that potato.
Fix the potato problem.
You should have just used the ketchup. Like, I swear to God, I did tell him to use the ketchup, right?
Yeah, you did.
Ketchup and sour cream.
Ketchup and sour cream, man.
This
Yeah,
intro
I
brought
don't-
to you by...
Brought to you by sour cream. Anyways, hey, how's it going? Name's Boo Radley, but you already knew that. But if you didn't, then you can find me at Boo Radley 13 pretty much everywhere. I'm gonna be streaming some art later this week after I finish some work. But yeah, you can expect that over at my Twitch and whatever else I got in mind for this week. So, anyways, moving on to Brachiozoid.
Hey, I'm Bracky, aka Brachiozoid. I play River, the Halfling Fighter. You can find me at twitch.tv/Brachiozoid or Twitter @Brachiozoid. I do streams of art and video games. More recently, I've been changing a lot of games recently because a lot of games have been coming out. So you can find me playing Predator, Hunting Grounds, Persona 5. I just started yesterday and want to keep going tonight.
You might want to really project, guys, because apparently we're low as
You're
far as
low?
volume
Oh.
goes.
Fucking Christ, Yarrow.
It might be. You should have just used a USB mic. This is the fucking problem that we keep telling you about.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
this might just be on his end and him needing to turn Discord
Yeah,
up.
yeah, because apparently he is high, but we are low.
Well,
How do you
regardless.
So project.
What do you project?
You gotta
Speak
put a
louder.
little
Louder.
emphasis.
You gotta get
Okay.
really close to your microphone.
So find me at twitch.tv/Brachiozoid. I play video games and do art. That's it. Bye.
Hello, I am Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Caitlin C37, where my commissions just opened. So if you want any commissions, you can find all my information on my Twitter. And then if you want to watch me work on the commissions, you can find me on my Twitch. And that's it. Go, Mal.
Me now? Oh, cool. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Sir_Malervik. I do, I guess, a variety of games, provided my internet decides to not kill itself like last time. But that's about it. Passing it off.
Go, Zito.
Hi, you can find me at twitch.tv/Zito, CZ on Twitter, and the Ever-Ringed Almanac on Patreon. Stream-wise, I've been doing a lot of Rivals of Aether spriting streams. I know that's going to get boring very quickly, but I'm going to be real with you. There's not a lot of games that are out right now that I'm super excited about. I'm trying to fix that. I really am. It's just not happening. So artwork might take a forefront. As for D&D homebrew shit, the Envy is still out, and apparently it's still top 5 for below $5 for the past 3 weeks.
Yes!
Oh, nice.
You deserve
It's Flat
it.
Fuck Friday every day.
Apparently people really just want it to be Flat Fuck Friday every day.
Blame 'em, though?
So That's happening. What's coming up next will be the Fawn. Fucking finally. I will fucking break this curse.
Y'all want to play as Goat Girls?
You want to play as goats? Well, until Theros comes out, and then people go, "Wait, what's the difference?"
Why are you looking at me like that?
And then I'll just stare off into the middle distance and sigh in Spanish.
Lesai.
Lissa.
L-sai.
And it looks like Dry is not here today. But you can find on his Twitter at Terrence Dry VA, right? That's his tag. On Twitter for any announcements that he's got. I think that's it for announcements.
Yeah, we got like 3 more minutes to do whatever the heck we want.
We take way less time doing announcements when Yara was in here, I guess.
Wow.
Oh,
I mean, we can.
Teddy was really angry.
What are your guys' thoughts on La Creatura?
What?
On what?
In the fucking in general chat, look.
Ah.
All right, I can pad this out. Here I go. Number 15, Burger King foot fungus. Did you know that your foot fungus could possibly be in your Burger King? Oh, hey, Yara's back.
Yeah, I am.
Hey, Yara.
We don't need to talk about CBT.
No. Why was that the first thing I hear?
This is what you get when you leave us unfiltered.
Otherwise known as.
A lot of work.
I have a filter.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh,
There are no filters in this game. It's just that was just brought up terribly.
Also,
Number
Yarrow.
15.
Yarrow. Apparently, the chat said that we were low volume-wise compared to you.
Yeah.
So you might just need to turn Discord up.
Or
That wasn't me this time.
what if I took the opportunity and lowered myself, and everyone can turn up the volume at home?
What if their volume is maxed all the way, though?
Oh, you're probably right.
Makes sense.
Oh, apparently you are very loud, so maybe you should turn yourself down. Maybe that is the problem.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's too
Because
powerful.
apparently you just killed some people's ears. So,
Just so you that volume is max.
Night Owl's volume is max.
Audio is a fickle bitch.
I've tried to be better about
Max
it.
volume, okay. People say max volumes. Okay, so I guess you have to turn us up.
You're just
Okay.
gonna have to need more ears to listen with. That's what you're gonna do.
Stronger, bigger ears.
Bigger, stronger ears.
Like a dog.
Alright.
It just reminded me of Barney from the scene, so he get an ear on his chest.
What?
Oh, is that an ear?
What the
Are those ears?
fuck?
It's so
What?
loud.
There's an
Okay.
episode of The Simpsons where Barney had ears on his chest.
Hush for a second.
Oh, okay.
Apparently my volume is good, Yarrow is loud, and everyone else is quiet. That's what they're saying.
Okay,
Getting-
I
getting
know
so loud.
exactly what's going on then.
What's happening then?
There we go. Okay, everybody.
Volume
Yes.
testing.
Hello.
Testing.
Testing, testing. Hello.
Testing.
All right.
Hi, 1, 2, 3.
Testing.
Hi, testing 1, 2, 3.
How's that?
CBT. Cock and ball
Nope.
torture.
No, stop. You stop that. Don't.
So how about that sour cream?
What a fucking monotone voice.
Stop it.
Okay.
Okay, everyone sounds better.
Much better balanced. You got a good balance on one.
Yep.
A couple.
Everyone seems better.
Yeah.
Infinitely
Okay,
better.
it's-
Okay, I think we're good.
alright.
Apparently we're good.
All right.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
XSplit. I didn't
there you
change
go.
anything in XSplit. It just reset a whole bunch of shit. Whoops.
Fantastic.
All right. Did you guys go through announcement already?
Yep.
We're
Yep.
good to go.
Yeah.
All right. Also,
Dry has not arrived though, so.
yeah. I believe last week Dry did say that he wasn't going to be here this week, so which is perfectly
I also found evidence of my rightness.
okay.
But
So
in
I
that case,
then I stand violently corrected.
Uh-huh.
If it makes you feel better, yes, sour cream can go on potatoes.
Yeah.
Anything can go on potatoes.
Should go on
Yeah,
potatoes.
should go on potatoes.
Okay, if it makes you
But I
feel better,
digress.
if it makes you feel better, sour cream should go on potatoes. I'm just a piece of
Yay.
shit.
Yay! We win the argument.
I'm sure this is going to be a next plot hook. Let's do this.
Yep.
Oh, the mighty sour cream potato.
So
MacGuffin.
when we fight demon potatoes, everybody.
Yeah.
We have to purge of the sour cream to prove that Yarrow's right.
All right. The way we need a proper opening. So, where we had last left off. As our adventurers, after being terribly defeated, after Rite being burned down and saving the refugees and as well as River's parents, took the opportunity, took a week, Lionel healed, and decided to head to the Sheer Plain Mesa, which is an island in the far south of the world, to which in teleporting there, they found themselves at the home of Devash the Hunter, as well as the newly reborn goddess of magic, Mistra. After which, they had been informed that a red dragon had been causing problems, lighting their home on fire, and being a general nuisance within the Mesa, and laid rest in what is known as the Scar of Tiamat, which is the place where she had been locked away about 100 years ago after the last battle with the former heroes of the world. After which, battled along with the Red Dragon, who happened to also be a mother, found some enticing loot, and then Sorako, after fulfilling his friendly deed, decided to head home to Hollingrad, and the rest went back to Aurario within the front home of the Metilius estate. So, that being said,
And we successfully stole that diamond that summons an elemental.
no.
Thanks, Genie.
With the power of spite and friendship.
And one of the loots happened to be a Genie of Fortune, which allowed them to steal Bolia's averted eyes from Illithus, the champion of Zahir.
As well as a baby red dragon egg.
I'm taking that too.
Garo
Oh,
actually
no.
wants to check up on that when he has a chance.
Oh boy,
it's a
two
good-
idiot dads.
2.5 dragons.
Dude, oh my god!
So as
Okay,
you
which one of
guys,
us is Charlie Sheen?
No,
Oh, that's
you don't,
absolutely Canis.
you don't want to.
Okay, that's okay. That's fair.
you two dragon enticed individuals walk up to Lionel, asking about the egg.
Fuck do they know?
Well,
They
really
put
need
it
to-
in the box.
Yeah.
No, we didn't put the egg in the box. I think River
No,
was
I thought we
carrying it.
carried that around in a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, somebody was carrying it.
Well, I
Yeah.
remember we
That-
carried the fundamentium and we had to like carry the eggs.
You look at the
somewhere else.
wheelbarrow, there's nothing in there. Lionel's walking away with it.
With what?
Hey,
No, you're
where
not.
are you
The
going?
egg. Go to the kitchen!
Nope, no, you're not.
No! Okay, I'm fucking around. Here you go, take it.
I'm keeping this.
As you hold what is a nearly untouchable egg, even though you're wearing armor and several layers of padding, you can still feel the heat emanating off of this creature's enclosure.
Are we really keeping that?
Well, what choice do we have? It's
Eat it.
technically an orphan now. Like, if he had eyes, he would be staring daggers at the fucking river right now. Just angry little eyebrows.
Sharpie's eyebrows on his head.
Here's the thing,
Eat.
though. What are we going to do with it?
I want to roll a Arcana check to see if it's possible to even fucking tend to a red dragon.
I think
I think you
that
actually
last
did
time.
that last
You
time.
succeeded.
You succeeded. It's been known that one point in history, the Golden Dragon Balthazar had managed to entice several chromatic ancient dragons to fight against Tiamat as a means to stopping the war. It's possible to raise a dragon to be good. Alignment is... it's a thin line, but it's a matter of environment and situation.
Nurture, right.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And we do know a silver dragon.
What? So we're just going to dump responsibility on somebody else?
Or
That
we
would-
do have we might have the resources here to take care of it.
That is true.
You can just put them in that giant pile of money.
No.
Oh god, imagine putting that thing next to all the gold.
Just giving a dragon its hoard.
Helena pinches the bridge of her nose. Again, though, this is still going to be dumping responsibility on somebody else because we're not going to be able to raise it. We have crap to do.
Well, someone has to. It's worth a shot, yes?
I do have a mother and several thousand clerics.
Exactly.
We got those on a Saturday night. Yes, real good.
They can keep turns making it warm.
I think it's always warm.
I mean,
warmer.
okay. In all seriousness, I think Canis has a point because putting a dragon egg under the care of a Temple of Bahamut sounds like the better choice.
I can't think of anywhere better.
Well, if you feel like they're going to accept it without any kind of hesitation, by all means.
They won't.
They will.
What choice do they have?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few people who have more say than me in that church. Everyone else, they don't have a choice.
I'm still not sure it's a very good idea, but...
Have you talked to your mother about this whole adoption thing?
No.
Are you going to?
Boy, I can't
We're
wait
actually
to...
just looking kind of paused and thought at that.
Helena just, like, slowly leans on him. Yes, go tell your mother that she's a new grandma of an unexpected dragon. I'm sure that'll go lovely. Can I be there to watch?
Also, ask her if she can make you a sweater out of the mother of this egg.
Yeah,
By the way, you guys are still in the vault, by the way.
Oh.
Can't
Oh no, I wasn't.
Just holding the egg.
I guess I came back.
Okay, for real. Go fucking tell people who you believe is the most qualified and most important to handle this, because this is, not only is this a big responsibility, this is a, let's face it, in the long run, having dominion over a red dragon sounds like an amazing boon.
I wouldn't necessarily call it dominion.
Yeah, it still
do
has
have-
its own pretty well.
I do have one more very serious question, though. Something that I do want you all to consider.
Hmm?
What happens if it doesn't work? What will you do with it?
Helena,
Hmm?
as you ask everybody this question, you hear a voice in the back of your mind. It's an unfamiliar voice. It's low, sultry, and it almost entices the notion. By any means necessary.
You see Helena for a moment just kind of blink and shake her head, and then just kind of look again more clearly at them.
Alright, Lionel's just gonna pinch his fucking face and just look over at Garu and Canis. I'm sorry, but at this point in time, then that responsibility has to fall on you. We did not destroy this egg because you felt it was a better idea to keep it alive. So, I don't believe it's fair on you two to make it our responsibility if the idea of keeping this creature alive is something you wish to do.
Of course, yes, of course. I'm sure we can figure something out, but we just can't leave it alone.
You'll have to also be
No, but
prepared for the fact that this is an intelligent being. And at some point in the near future, it's going to ask what happened to its mother.
Garo's gonna shiver from that.
Oh my god, this is the realest episode of D6 we've ever had.
Frankly, sorry to say it, but I don't think we should keep it. But out of respect for the group, it appears like you all do want to keep it, or at least you two do. Just be prepared.
So long as it's in a good home and nurtured well, that's all that really matters.
I do want to make one thing very clear. She points at Canis and Garu. If this doesn't work, and you two aren't capable of handling the consequences,
By any means necessary, yes.
Helena kind of gives Garu an odd look. Hold that thought. But yes.
Believe me, I can handle this.
Alright. Now go tell your mother that she's a grandma.
Here's
Yeah,
your
he'll be off to go tell his mother, holding the egg.
As this egg about the size of your torso, as you begin to carry it into the house, you see Jeeves, of course, as he's kind of, Master Canis, what might that happen to be?
A dragon egg.
Oh.
How eloquent.
Yeah,
is
that's
this,
a proper response.
Oh, as you carry it upstairs, one step at a time in full armor, and the heavy foot thuds, you see Eleanor as she begins to walk out and she sees this massive thing. It's like, oh, seems like you've brought home a gift.
In a sense, yes.
Reach the top of the stairs.
Can I please just say that Helena's just poking her head down at the bottom of the stairs, just poking her head around the corner just to watch all this go down.
You're just like And
Long
what
story short, we killed a red dragon. This was the egg that it had.
Oh. Well, I don't know what to do with this.
I've elected to keep it, and from what I guess, the Church of Bahamut would be the best place for it to be raised.
It would definitely spite some Tiamat cultists, I'm sure, but that's an unfathomable amount of responsibility. A creature that is often more prone to its nature, but
When it's raised by the red dragons, yes.
true. I'm not sure we should keep this in town, though. Certain laws, and also, I'm not sure the king would appreciate a dragon within the walls of his kingdom. Oh, and speaking of, and she rifles through some of her paperwork, and she withholds a letter but doesn't hand it to you due to the
Hands are full.
yeah. You have an invitation.
Huh.
we'll get to that as soon as you find arrangements for this.
Of course. He'll carry it off to his room.
In the
Helena just calls from the bottom of the stairs. Congratulations on being a grandma.
Don't you? Never mind.
Doesn't matter what you say, she won't stop.
She returns back to her office.
No, wait, I need to talk to you. Oh, God.
She seems very, if not frustrated, flustered by the,
Accusation.
Yeah.
She's getting a bottle of wine as we speak.
God dang it. Elena, I need to talk to her about moving my parents from the vault.
Well, she's up in the office. Go talk to her. Why do you need my permission?
No, but kind of. Never mind. I'll just go. I'm just going to knock on the door.
All right. As you open, you do see an Eleanor currently pouring out what looks like to be a strange reddish liquid out of very fine glass into an even finer glass.
Man.
And then she chugs from the bottle.
Uncorks it.
I was a little tempted to say that too. A little tempted.
May I
As
bother you for a second?
by all means, Rivera, she turns and she slowly, as elegantly tries to sip long from the wine glass.
Let's go in there, and it's all gone. Okay. So, we managed to. I don't know if it was reported already or not. We managed to take away from the enemy the item that we're using to spy on us.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was keeping my parents on the vault for them to be safe from that. Would it be possible to move them to a proper room?
By all means, we have plenty here.
That would be appreciated. Is there any in particular that could be considered not next to a window? Still
A closet?
Still relatively safe.
All the main rooms in the house do have a window aside from what is the storage on the top of the house, if you so chose to leave them there, but
That's a little better. Yeah.
it gets warm.
Just a safe room, but not the vault anymore. Just that, just to keep that in mind.
Alright.
I'll have to move the stuff. I apologize. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just going to proceed. Sorry.
It's alright. As you close the door, and she, you can hear the slight sigh coming from the room.
Oh, she's
You
going
can
to
hear her
finish that
popping
bottle.
off a bottle of absinthe.
Oh, she's going to end. She's going to finish that bottle.
Like, you hear the crack, and then...
Hooray!
You just hear her muttered under her breath, "This is my 10th one today."
God damn it, Canis.
Did
Man.
they do anything for me?
I
Not
need to
anymore.
start writing in contraband for my game. Alright. So, here, within the home, what are you guys doing aside from, trying to take care of a red dragon egg?
I got this red dragon breath fundamentium. I want to go fucking take care of that.
Yeah, at some point I would too, because, you know, Lumerian. But first, Helena does sidle up to Garu.
Yes?
Why did you say it that way before? By any means
So...
necessary.
Oh, that. It was quite familiar, to be honest. Did you hear what the... So you've been hearing voices too?
I did. Just before I was suggesting what happens if taking care of the dragon doesn't work. I heard literally that.
What kind of voice was it?
Not anybody I recognize, but it was soft-spoken. And, well, for for lack of a better way to put it, charming.
Ah, so it was her. The Raven Queen.
Don't care for that.
It's a bit undesirable, but yeah.
Have you been feeling all right? Helena
Oh.
kind of grabs him by the chin and like kind of tilts it up at her. You acted very strange during that battle for a moment.
Oh, yeah. That's actually, I actually don't know about that. It just kind of happened. Now, there's a question I've been meaning to ask Canis. Maybe he might know, but I think it has something to do with the Raven Queen as well. It's just very confusing, but I'm sure it's nothing you need to be concerned about.
Oh, if I'm hearing voices in my head and you're hearing voices in yours, I think it's something I should be very concerned about. Don't hold that in, Garu.
Well, I suppose that's true, but we have more important issues to worry about, yes? Such as taking care of a dragon egg. Boy, does this seem familiar.
It pops out. Daddy!
Father!
Father.
I'm
Garu,
here to make your lives
Father.
difficult.
Father, I crave cheddar. Oh, yeah. Yes?
if anything else like that happens, say something, won't you?
Yes, of course. That's a promise.
Alright. Because
And,
even if you want to play that off, that is very important. It is, after all, a god, and we're playing with a couple of those, it seems.
Yes, it certainly seems so, but the context of which is, more personal than you would think. But I assure you, if it happens again, I definitely will let you and the others know.
Alright.
Yes, now, if you excuse me.
And he's gonna go over to Canis' room as a check on the egg too.
All right.
Canis?
Hmm?
May I come in for a second?
Yes, of course.
He's gonna fumbly open the door and just like,
So, how's the dragon egg acting up? Are you getting it proper, arrangements?
By the way,
Don't
I'm walking.
can't see it, but I'll have like a little doggy bed for the egg. Around it.
Aww!
just a little blanket, just tucking it in.
It's a fucking egg.
So the room of
in an egg?
the room of Canis really does go to show the pride of a man like himself.
Garu's blind; he can't see it.
Yeah, but you can feel the fucking Burgiois off the walls.
Birds.
Burgiois.
If I could describe, if I could possibly describe it, I would, but I'll leave that to Mal one day. But
Oh, the wood, it feels so pompous.
I can feel the pretentiousness.
but the room itself, with
Is that a
the
race car
egg
base?
inside of it, it almost emanates so much heat that the temperature in the room has risen about 5 degrees. It is extremely noticeable.
Ah, this reminds me of Florida.
Anyways,
so, what exactly do we plan to do with the egg? I mean, we just can't leave it alone, yes?
Correct. Which is why, again, leaving it with the Church of Bahamut.
But how exactly are they going to take care of it?
Well, assuming that they know how to raise a dragon, in some case this must have happened before. Probably not with a chromatic dragon, more likely a metallic.
It does seem kind of familiar. Anyways, I do have a little personal question I need to ask.
Hmm?
Well, since you're the only one here of technically draconic blood, I was wondering if I can pick your mind about something, yes?
I can't see why not.
When we were fighting Lord Farquaad...
Oh yes, fuck Lord.
Yes, fuck Lord. Since we were fighting the...
Are we just laughing in character?
I hope so.
Okay, just a little
Everyone
bit.
else around them in universe is like, what the fuck is going on? And Lionel's just there. You had to be there for it.
Anyways, when you were fighting that red dragon, when you killed it, what did you feel?
Cool.
It felt natural to me.
Natural, you say? When you were fighting it, did you feel angered? Did you feel this, like, I don't really know how to describe it, but did you feel disdain, resentment, anything of the sort?
In a minor sense, yes, but focused. Like I could have been doing it.
I see. So it's relatively normal. Well, there's something about that fight that caused me to act a bit out of turn, a bit more aggressive, if you may say. I'm sure you didn't notice, but it was quite strange, and I just wanted to know what it was like from another draconic perspective, yes? Like, it felt like I wanted to hurt it. Like, it was beneath me. It was quite strange.
That is odd, for you at least.
Exactly! I would never act such a thing, so I was wondering if it's just something all that of draconic blood feel. I don't really know much, so you
A
have
sense
to
of
forgive my...
superiority.
I suppose so. But again, I'm not really sure. Well then, I suppose that makes sense then. So, side note, what are we going to do now? And he looks like, he just looks in the vague direction of the egg, feeling the heat of it.
Well, hopefully this doesn't come to bite me in the ass.
Yes,
If this does turn out, and this does help us, and it grows into something that's not just a rampaging monster like its mother was, that
that would be good, yes?
It will be good. It'll have everyone change their opinions on how dragons act.
Yes, of course. It's still a living, breathing human being, thing after all.
Mm-hmm.
Though, something else does feel strange. This whole scenario seems awfully familiar.
How so?
I don't know. Maybe it's because the fact that the monks back in Yinmen, they found me in an egg, and I'm not really sure if they were just joking or saying a tall tale, but something feels similar to this entire situation. It just feels so nostalgic, I guess? I'm probably fumbling my words, since there's a lot on the mind, as you can clearly see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well then, I suppose we should take care of this tomorrow. Just know if you need my support, then I shall be here. I wouldn't want to leave this thing motherless again.
The same to you, Goro. If you need anything from me, feel free to ask.
Of course. And he's gonna, do a slight little bow and walk out.
Alright. Karu, as you walk out of the door, Jeeves, as he stands before you, is like, "Oh, Master Karu, my apologies."
He's gonna accidentally bump into him.
Ah! And he's holding it small plate with the letter from earlier, and it's like, oh, my apologies.
No, it was my apologies. I don't know where I'm going.
Hilarious. And he walks around you as awkwardly as possible, and
I didn't really find it that funny.
he hands you the letter, Canis.
Thank you.
It's warm in here. It's nice. He leaves.
Yeah, we'll pop open the letter and read it.
The letter is an invitation to what is the spring ball. It is an open invitation. You can bring as many guests as you like. However, there is a secondary letter asking for a personal interaction between you and none other than the King of Alanon himself.
All right, then.
So,
Oh, boy.
the affair is happening tomorrow night.
Not even a fucking day of a vacation. Hooray.
Not even a day, we're already
It's a
stressed
party! What are you talking
listen.
about?
Will it be an open bar?
Maybe.
You're a monk. You don't drink.
There is a thing called sake. I need to try it.
He's also not supposed to kill, but you know.
Oh my god, we're getting into anime territory, monks. God damn it! I knew this was gonna happen in this fucking game. I knew this was gonna happen.
Monks are fucking murderers. Well,
Well, I guess he'll go tell everyone that they're invited to a ball.
To which Helena will gasp delightedly. Well, I haven't been to one of those in forever.
I never been to one at all. It sounds like an amazing time.
I've been to hoedowns.
What's a hoedown?
It's like a hootenanny, except I don't know what that one is either.
That sounds fun.
the barn dance.
Yeah, sure, why not? I know that's the highest amount of fucking class Lionel got as a kid. Crucify him.
You think they'll have the grease pig chase?
You
No.
have those two?
A river. It's a ball. But they're considerably more
Refined.
classy. Thank you.
So they're using the classier kind of grease.
Helena, I'm aware. I come from a noble family.
Lionel just like his...
Sometimes you don't act like it. She says as she picks up the rags of
Because-
her poncho.
Because that's boring. Look at him. She points at Canis.
What?
Well, I mean, yes.
Look
but,
at all that.
But still, there's
May I remind you, you're all living in my house right now.
yes, appreciate it, darling. But
Do you?
yes, very much so. I do so love the nice comfy beds. I will assure you.
Mighty appreciate it.
If you want me to leave, I can.
You're fine.
Lionel catatonic faces and lifts his arms up in victory.
Man,
That being
that's
said-
what I did wrong with the miniature now that I'm thinking about it. Damn it.
That being said, it's going to be a noble ball, huh? Spring one.
That it is.
Indeed. That means
You
it.
did recently get a new outfit, so you won't be wearing, I guess, a flour sack.
I already have one. Remember when we went to the casino?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we
What?
borrowed that, but now we can actually get. Actually, no, that's right. You did get one for yourself.
Lionel squints. We have to wear that?
Yes, we do have to dress up again.
Do I get to wear the silk suit again? It's so comfy.
Yes.
Considering it's the only thing that would fit you on short notice, most likely.
Yeah, I'm better off using the one I purchased. Just conspicuous.
Please don't give me your hand-me-downs this time. I'll make my own stuff this time.
We can go to a tailor tomorrow.
Really, we can just go shopping. It's not going to take that long.
I think we should do it today for it to be done tomorrow, if the thing is tomorrow night.
I agree. Let's go shopping.
I don't know. You are not putting Lionel in a fucking Sailor Boy outfit. Fuck you guys.
No, we are not doing that. We are not doing that. We're
No, we mean like an
going
actual
to-
tailor to get you a proper suit.
No, I know, guys.
How would you choose? How would you like something more like a noble sort of wizard? Some long robes.
Lionel puts his fucking hands to the side of his head. And he just like opens his mouth in a wide smile.
You're not tricking him into looking like Mickey Mouse.
I'm a
Wizard.
No. It's an actual robes. A color that goes so far. It's just standing by its own. That's amazing.
Can you get a fake beard?
This reminds me of one of my silly books that I read as a kid. Glanchnord, the Mighty Wizard. I'm gonna be better than him.
This will get you something.
Yeah!
Tomorrow.
So, so you guys, in light of the many situations, you head out into the town of Aurora. Let's see.
You're a tailor.
Find
We do have
yourselves.
red dragon scales we can use.
We can sell those. Oh, we can use them.
Oh no, Canis is using that.
Ooh, what you got in mind?
Okay.
Well, he's going to be getting himself the noble clothing. It's mostly white, with the details being the red dragon, as well as his house colors of the blue.
That's a very violent clash of colors.
So he's getting the American flag. Okay.
Says who?
Don't tell the artists how they look.
Blue and red are a good fucking combination.
Fair
Blue
enough.
and red work, especially when white is the primary.
Indeed.
I
Say, like, at that,
I
at
am
that
I'm imagining something out of Yakuza, so I
Yeah,
apologize.
but like he said, if when it's not the primary color, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can assure you we can make it look good. I promise
Yeah.
you.
I leave it up
Fuck's
to
sake,
your.
I hope we do. We're artists.
Yeah.
I leave
It'll be a
everything
challenge.
up to your guys' interpretation. It's gonna be 10 gold pieces of suit.
10 gold pieces of suit.
Okay. Yep.
I assume that
Mine.
goes safe.
No,
for the
I'm
dress.
paying them like they're actually trying. It's 50 per suit. I'm buying.
Okay.
I already got mine. So.
Listen, you little bitch. I'm paying.
All right. I'm sure as heck not going to say no.
You get out of that fucking burlap sack and you like it.
It's not a burlap. I bought this when we were gonna meet the Helena's boss, but we never got around to that.
Yes,
we
but
were
that's a
not even
fake
allowed to.
tailor.
That reminds me. We need to get France out of those leaves. Where is he?
Yes, we do.
I think he ran off.
Right into the woods
Oh.
screaming.
He must have knew about the suits.
Damn him.
In light of everything, Franz has been taking care of Isaac, who has been at home in the Metilius estate making bread, as that was his former profession. Being
He's
a,
reacquainting
baker.
himself with.
Yeah.
He's reacquainting himself with normality. Yeah.
You know, come to think of it, wasn't there a group of people that was supposed to come with money as well?
We hired folks, yes.
You did.
Yeah.
They're not back yet. Did they ever come back?
I don't believe they did. No.
It's still a long trek down south, and
Ah, yes.
the
many months.
endeavor.
It's been weeks.
It's been weeks. Yeah. It takes a couple of weeks to get to Lycia Bay, and then also they have to go through Lycia Bay in whatever that environment is.
What's even worse about that is the trains got fixed halfway through their trip.
Tragic.
What a shame.
Well, there isn't a track running directly to Lycia Bay. It's
That's even worse news.
ways
for them.
away from Lycia Bay, but still.
I think they're busy walking right now.
They'll
Fine.
have powerful leggings by the end of the journey.
Indeed. That's right.
Anyway,
Close.
on to the fashion.
On to the fashion.
All right, so describe what you ask of this high-class tailor.
I've already brought up what I want with the red dragon scales.
I have mine. Let me just save it, because believe it or not, I've drawn this a long time ago, just
Oh.
in case this ever came up. But if anybody else wants to go while I fish up my picture, go ahead.
I mean, sure. Open vest from collar to bottom. Actually, it's not really a vest. I'm sorry. It's like a open tabard that leads into a sleeveless shirt, and it leaves space open enough for the cape. So something like this, I'm gonna post in chat. It's not gonna fare well for everyone in the podcast or the VOD, but
Oh, post it in chat.
I'm sure
Like,
there will
this
be.
chat.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that looks nice.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
That is nice, Caleb.
Hey,
Everyone's got such amazing outfits.
Garo's still just gonna use the hand-me-downs because that's actually really comfortable.
Yeah.
yo, we need to
Yeah.
get using.
Why my
You're-
focus place for a gun? I don't know.
You are going to end up destroying.
There is a
Dude, I have-
holster. There is a
Why
holster
doesn't
need a
attachment.
gun?
it does have no. It has a holster. It's gonna hide underneath my tabard, and it's gonna hang off the side of my sling that I wear normally. It fucking works.
Great, so
God.
Lionel's packing heat.
Yes, I am.
I'll post this in the chat in the moment, but Helena's got asked for a purple kind of dress that it's kind of a very woven top around her chest, neck, and arms, and then just kind of slit down the bottom with a darker underskirt beneath it. But I will post the picture in chat in just a hot second.
Yeah, everyone looks nice. River's using her Yimnin outfit, which looks classy.
You can just get the tailor to make it a little more better. Just give me the same design, just better cut if you will.
Okay.
River, don't you want to get all nice and gussied up? Come on now.
Why would I? That's spending that's unnecessary expenses.
It's kind of spending, so who cares?
Look, last time he bugged me because we bunch of a bunch of meat.
But you
Yeah,
ate
and-
immediately after I bought it.
Just a little bit.
Waste.
It's not a waste if he's offering.
Indeed, it's a present. Helena gives her a light shove. Come on.
I'll try to look for something.
If you're having it custom made, you don't need to look for something.
That's.
Bracky's now having a fucking existential crisis. Trying to run into
His
I don't know.
real life
He's got
self
the-
is leaking through.
He's got the
rather,
equations going on in his head.
The rather presumptuous store owner, which is this almost just taped fingers after several different times of just spending long days of sewing. She has this short and bob cut brown hair, slightly aged, probably in her mid-40s, with what looks like to be small spectacles, and she's just currently working on on one of the pieces that you guys are asking of her. And she's like, "Take all the time you need, dearie. You have all day and tomorrow." And she goes back.
day and tomorrow. God damn, she works quick.
Damn. I took this person to
One of the
look into my
fastest
art.
seamstresses in all of the kingdom. I've been doing this for 30 years.
No one will ever know my secrets.
This is what happens when
I
you throw a
will-
bunch of money at the problem, River.
I will die knowing my secrets. My kids have asked for so long.
They became Twitch streamers, the ungrateful fucks.
Only I know how to make the pie.
Now that, as the kids would say, is not poggers.
Oh god. I'm gonna kill
Otherwise known as not a vibe.
During River's fucking glow up in the middle. Now, dear, you have to tell me: is this too wide, too thin, too? Does this ring around your waist, or tell me, does it require your vibes?
I can't breathe.
That's a bad vibe check, dear. We're gonna have to fix that.
She tightens it even more.
Yep. No, she just punches her in the face.
Just,
Oh, God.
Anyway.
I don't know how people walk around with fucking dresses. But
Maybe
It's
Hang
okay.
out,
You won't have to wear it for one night.
That's even worse!
that's even worse.
anyways, while you guys are getting yourselves tailored, to those of you who are done, is there anything else you want to do while you're in town?
Are we not gonna do the Fundamentium thing?
Yeah.
I would like to try. Now, that said, that letter was just for one visit, so it might not work.
I mean,
but
they
we
were
can
aware.
certainly try.
We talked to them that they said that in case we are able to get the thing, we could go.
All we have to do is show them the block of crack and they'll let us in.
Unfortunately, the castle is a guarded place. The only way in is through invitation, and when you gave them the letter, you were given passage by the general, Obi Trixton, and then he took it away.
You could send a sending spell.
I'm unsure if sending a spell directly into the castle is a good idea.
When you send it to the general.
Mal, just out of character, did Canis say anything about visiting or seeing the king?
He has not.
Okay.
Not a word.
Well, I do have an audience directly with the king that night. I guess that's part of why I got the invitation.
Oh, I suppose you could ask him then.
I could, yes.
I said I, or you, yeah.
So, that's squared away, I guess, until tomorrow night.
Fantastic. I suppose you could also ask him about the weapon as well.
About the armor.
Yes. That'll be fun.
I don't have an easy few days ahead of me.
I'm sure you can figure it out.
What I should do is, if my mother hasn't already done so, is contact the Church of Bahamut and tell them that about the red dragon egg.
Ah, yes, that. Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I guess I'll be off to that. The rest of you can follow me, or I suppose do some more shopping if you wish.
I do not require shopping, so I'm good either way.
Yeah, I'll tag along. I don't really need anything as of right now.
Alright.
If you mind, can I walk around for a bit? I just want to go for a quick walk.
I don't see why not. You are familiar with the area. I don't think we'll lose you.
Of course, but just in case. River, do you want to join?
No, I'll go with Gaines to see what's happening. I know you want your
Alright,
time
then.
alone.
Oh, of course. I was just mostly wanting to get some fresh air, but very well then.
Helena,
Hmm?
where's your gold piece? He gets lost.
I mean, I do have a bell, and he's gonna point at the. Oh yeah, by the way, during the downtime, Gara put the fucking orb into like a Aerith like bow into his tentacle dreads. So
Adorable.
yeah, I do have a bell now.
You know what? He knows the area, and yes, he does have a bell. So yeah, I'll take that bet.
Very well.
I'll
And
bet
if
he
not,
finds his
I
way
still
home.
have the little rings.
That you do. That is true. Yeah. No, I'll absolutely take. I'll take that easy money. That sounds good.
If you can touch
Oh,
the
boy.
ring, that means he got lost.
I wonder if I'll end up in the ghetto.
I'm lost, come find me! We just hear wharf noises in the background.
Jesus. All right. So, Garu, you go on your own, and the rest of you head off to the Church of Bahamut in Luxmus. Garu, where do you just want to end up?
I don't know. I'll leave it up to you to see what happens. It's been a while since you've done this.
All right. Garu, you end up within the oceanside section of the city. After several hours of just walking through, you went through Noxla, and you ended up in Aquaven, which is where the captain's the king's navy, as well as many fishing and sailing ships are.
Ah, it smells like salt. That's probably a good thing. Maybe.
So, Canis and the rest of you. You all find yourselves, once again, within the Grand Church of Bahamut. And there are several passing clerics and paladins as they go about their day here. As they do notice the oath ward here. Oh, what are you doing?
Who was the woman that was ahead of me? The Blade Ward?
Yes. Falna Willinen. Falna Willinen.
I'll have to talk to Fulna. I guess the only other person above me in the church?
It's slightly, as they command pretty much the majority, or pretty much the paladin side of this church, and gave you your position as a means of, there's a level of importance behind you.
So, I'll have to find her.
All right. As you head up to what looks like to be the main office, about 2 floors above within the church, you do see the large double doors at the end of this hallway. You may enter. You
Walk in.
You all see with what looks like to be the entire back area is just one giant stained glass window, a single desk, and very lowly lit sconces across the walls, as well as the crest of the Platinum Emperor, and what looks like to be on the other side of the room just an unbelievable amount of paperwork and maps from all across the world. Canis, Oath Ward, and what might bring you here today?
A recent expedition.
Successful,
Recently, me and my compatriots here have slain a red dragon.
Impressive as always, Canis.
This is less about me gloating and more... We found an unhatched egg, and from what we can tell, it's still currently alive.
That is most certainly problematic. As she rises from her chair and she begins to walk around and lean on the opposite side of the desk.
Simply put, I plan on adopting it.
What results do you think that will give you?
Well, what people most likely think is that it will act like a regular red dragon and try to maul me the moment it sees me. And my thought is that I could raise it.
I have had many an interaction with dragons during my time out on the field as well. In this instant, it would be well to note that dragons like these are, in their current age, connected to Tiamat. In some way, shape, or form, to sever that kind of connection, you would have to, for lack of a better word, need to make sure that your connection is far more valuable than the one that's already within them. They won't come out hating you, but leave them long enough and they'll come to resent you. I won't say no in any of the concept of assisting you with this matter, though. If you think it can be done, then so be it, but as a fair warning, should it so decide that it no longer wishes to be nice, what then?
Then I will deal with the issue.
I'm going to need a better detail than that, because I want your word on this.
Lionel also looks at Canis.
You have my word that I will finish it off.
Very well. Should you need any assistance with its growth, just let me know.
Part of why I came here. Church of Bahamut is most likely the safest place for it.
Well, we do happen to have a great deal of a section within the city. I'm not exactly particular to the fact that a red-shelled wormling is residing within it. In fact, I'm not sure if it should even be within the city. I'll assist with its raising, but you're going to want to have that kind of conversation with various other individuals. Certain laws need to be upheld.
I understand.
Very well. By the way, on something to note, the expedition that you sent those clerics and paladins on a few weeks ago.
Yes.
The latest report has come back. Seems like they've been successful.
Fantastic news.
So they should be back in about a couple of weeks on foot, unless they manage to catch a train from Orakani. Maybe a bit earlier, but I'll leave that up to their captain.
All right.
Well then, that's everything then?
Might I ask something?
She looks at you.
If the dragon shouldn't be in the city, where would you recommend taking it to?
I'm not exactly sure. But a creature like that can cause actual regional damage should it so choose. And living it within the city can change its environment violently.
Fantastic. Something else to think about?
If that is all, you're dismissed.
Thank you for your time.
She nods, and as you walk out, the door's shut behind you.
More shit I have to deal with.
Being a daddy is very complicated, isn't it?
Apparently so.
Well, I'm sure we can figure it out.
Alright. So, back out into the city. Garu. Nothing
Yeah.
much happens as you've just been traversing back and forth throughout Aquaven. The smell of fresh fish and various poultry, as well as certain forms of beef. It seems like this is definitely a live market where a lot of people come and trade livestock and whatnot, as well as the aquamarine area that is Aquaven. So it's just interesting to be here. Not really much to do.
I wonder if that's the Mead River God. Sure does seem tasty.
You just gotta walk around a bit more and see if there's anything else.
Alright. So, as the day goes on, you all return back home to the Metilius estate once more.
And then I saw this one guy, he said it to me in a weird accent, "Hey, you wanna be a seaman?" And it's like, no thank you, and I just got the heck out of there.
While Garu's going through the story, Helena just knocks on the table right in front of River and holds out her hand.
Hi, here you go.
Thank you.
What did you hand over?
Gold piece.
Yeah, one gold piece.
Yeah.
So there sure were some strange characters there, but I would definitely go on a wander around there again.
Oh, I'm glad you had fun.
As you all begin to rest, the fresh smell of bread finally leaves the kitchen, and you see what is this mechanical man, Isaac, as he comes out holding with what looks like to be these large, freshly baked loaves of bread.
Oh, you've gotten back into baking. That's wonderful.
It was a very particular art that I took a fancy to. Could have been a soldier easily, but I think food is definitely far more important. And he puts it down. I hope it still tastes the same. I wouldn't know.
Well, Helena takes a bite.
Oh, it's fresh. It's fresh, it's buttery, it's warm. It's like little pockets of clouds as you bite into it, and the fresh, heated steam in each bubble. The slight crisp outside is just perfect.
Ah, it's delicious, Isaac.
It's good. It's good to know. So, I hope all of you managed to find something while you were out.
We did. We think we'll be able to free your brother. We got the fundamentum that we needed. Now the only problem is just getting back to him. Which we hope to solve tomorrow.
That's good.
Shouldn't be too difficult. We are invited there.
It's not. Just a little while longer, eh?
Just a little while longer.
All right. Thank you.
Of course.
Just feels so strange knowing just meeting some strangers out in the weird world and the land, and suddenly they're helping you.
It's nice when that happens. No worries, Isaac. I'll be able to take care of it. Hopefully we'll be able to find out more about what happened to you, but one step at a time, I suppose.
Alright. And you all sit together for the rest of the night. As the night goes on, you all find yourselves sleeping well.
Actually, at one point, just before we go to bed, Helena does want to bother Canis at some point.
Okay.
Oh boy, more people bothering him.
Yep.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
At some point, she'll just knock on his door and she'll poke her head in. Canis.
Hmm?
I was wondering if you might be able to do something for me.
What do you...
I don't know how that little band works, but are you able to scry on items at all?
I may be able to. I guess if I've seen it before, I could.
Helena points to her. You will notice her blank ear. An earring.
Ah. When did you lose that?
I didn't lose it. You all had disappeared. Wasn't really sure what had happened, but I wasn't really sure what to think, but I know that the man in red hadn't killed you. At least it didn't look like it. So I'd left it behind as what I'd hoped would be a message. But by the sounds of it, when he met up with you, he didn't say anything about it.
I could give it a shot.
Possible, yes.
Canis will try using the Bullies Averted Eyes for scrying. 2 churches.
As you close your eyes and you think deeply into the eye of the fragment of primeval, as it almost makes you leave yourself, like an out-of-body experience, as you are then thrusted beyond your room through the clouds and sky. You don't go too far, as by the time you finally make it, you are somewhere within the western area of Alanon, with what looks like to be a rundown town of Seelie individuals, as everyone's walking around, either drunken, blades out, speaking in odd languages and talking in tongues. You see Xanless as he is just walking through, and he stops halfway, almost as if he notices a shiver down his spine. As he turns over, you see those coal-blackened eyes as before, his skin dark, and you see it shimmer just for a moment. If you intend to chase me, You're more than welcome to, but I'm not going back. And this time you won't get me.
He'll end the scrying.
And you are shot back into your body as fast as a bullet hitting you in the chest. Helena, you noticed on the circlet when he was scrying, the eye that looks like a cat's eye had closed. And then as he wakes up, it reopens.
Okay.
So, your man in red friend has it. From what I could gather.
Ah,
And I believe he still thinks the UNT has this. And he'll tap on the circlet.
well. Glad that they don't have it. I suppose if there's anybody that did want it, it'd be him. 'Cause I still have to find him anyway. That does make me feel a little bit better. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And at least from what I could tell of him, he didn't seem all that hostile towards you.
I don't know what to do about that. He saved you all. But I have to take him in. Else I can't go home.
Is that really your home?
Helena looks down. Oh, like I said before, I don't like my home.
Then why stay there?
There are still things that I do love about it, though. Still my guild to think about. And I don't know what's going on with the... I don't know what's going on with the portals there, but... I still want to protect them just in case. And even if my parents don't... They're still my parents.
I understand.
Helena pinches the bridge of her nose. I suppose it's something to think about later. But, well. And Helena kind of straightens herself up. Thank you again.
You're very welcome.
And she'll walk out.
Alright.
And Canis will go back to reading storybooks to the egg in Draconic.
Alright.
I forgot there were like 15 types of forks. I haven't seen this since I was 4.
As you keep grabbing one new fork and Jeeves is like, no, that's the wrong one. Keep grabbing the next one. Nope, still not the right one.
Wait, there's a
I was
difference.
doing this last time.
Yes, there's a difference. It's the order of which you eat. This is the salad fork goes on the very end because that's the one you're going to eat first. Then you work your
Why
way
would you
in.
salad?
Lionel's just sitting there with a big smile on his face. Oh, you idiots! I just can make it. I can Lionel like waves his hand and there's the right fork in his hand and he's just like, Is this the right fork? You don't know because I made it with magic, and then fucking flashes it and it disappears.
And Franz, currently shaking and huddling in the corner, is like, he keeps doing it. He keeps doing it.
No. He's like, he keeps doing it. I take the fork and I stab it into his beard and just leave it there.
That's where the birds hang out.
As he pulls it out, it's like, my beard is not to be messed with.
Lionel just smirks, just wiggles his finger, and like 2 or 3 more just fall out of his beard.
He's not going to sleep tonight.
So, even I'm a bit
my
tired
vices. My vices are simple.
Apparently fucking with Franz is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the plan tomorrow again?
Well, I assume, get our shiny new outfits. Do you all know how to dance?
I do not.
That should
Why-
be something.
Lionel looks insulted that you asked that to him.
It is a valid question, darling. After all, we did get one that said no. Franz, do you know how to dance?
I know how to dance while nobody is watching.
Goth kid dances.
You're going to have to take care of that, too.
I mean, you don't need to dance.
I mean, you never know. You might have to. Besides,
I
it's
heard-
nice.
I heard of this technique called the Macarena. Can someone teach it?
I'm not sure you'll find the Macarena there, but you know what? We can do it just for funsies.
Yes!
Entire line of D6 characters all doing the Macarena in the middle of the ballroom.
Lionel just turns over to Canis. Alright, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you regretting this?
Yes.
Come on, dancing the pole is not difficult. I still remember some of it.
And then you all finish it off with the default dance.
Yeah, Lionel's
Oh.
default dancing on his chair.
Oh, that's gonna get some attention.
So, you all prepare for the night. You all fall asleep. Canis, as you shut your eyes, finally after reading so many stories to a warm red egg, as you shut your eyes and you lean back, you feel light. For a moment, it feels dark. After being in a room so warm for what has been this past day, you feel cold. It reaches in the back of your head. As you open your eyes, you are in darkness. A barren wasteland. As you look up, you are standing almost as if you were in the clean picked bones of a long since to degraded carcass. You hear as if there is a slight roar and call from just the far end of your hearing. And you see what looks like to be a center pedestal. This darkened pedestal as it stares back at you, almost as if it has eyes of its own, and it looks inside, you are tempted to touch it.
He'll walk up to it.
As you look down, you see with what looks like to be the symbol of the Matron of Ravens herself. As it stares back and you hear the call once more, a roar as it echoes throughout, this time significantly closer. And as you stare up after you hear what sounds to be a step just in the distance, you see what looks like to be a shadowed being enveloped, its eyes made of gold. As it stares at you, you can see almost like viscous. The wings extend beyond itself and they drip down, hitting the ground as it begins to envelop the entirety of your vision. You hear the roar once more. It's almost familiar, that of a dragon. As you fall in and you find yourself awoken, sweating. It's almost hard to breathe in your own room, but there seems to be a strange call to it. New morning begins. New day as you all sit downstairs for morning breakfast. River, your plate filled to the brim as usual.
Perfect.
Lionel is, after eating breakfast, Lionel is just sitting there looking at his gun, taking it apart and reassembling it with magic.
Oh, are you doing well, then, Lionel?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Just in case.
I was doing it for fluff. I was gonna fluff that I'm getting fucking new abilities, but okay, here I go. Well, a 19 should be okay.
Okay. This is because as somebody that does mess with a lot of guns, you miss a single part and the whole thing's fucked. So, and it could be the smallest thing. A spring.
Dude, the
Oh,
fireball.
yeah.
Yeah.
Firing pin is just a little spike.
Yep.
Yup.
So, as you take it apart and you magic it back together, you see the map in your head of all the parts of how it is deconstructed and reconstructed back together.
Sick. However, I'd like you all, like, Garu, I know you have fucking, like, magic sense and shit. The gun's put back together, that's not the fucking thing that weirds you out. It's that, the barrel is emanating arcane fucking source now.
What did you do to it?
Lionel opens up the barrel and shows the inside. Oh, right, he can't see.
He's pointing at the gun at me.
Here, I'll show you!
No, I'm not pointing the gun at you. I loaded I fucking pulled the chamber out, so it's like the revolver chamber.
Okay. Yeah.
You're looking into the sights of the fucking, like, of the ammo slots.
It is.
Yeah.
It is interesting to see and anybody that could see, it is arcane rifling.
Huh.
What does that do?
Well, a silly way to put this is, so you know how if, say, River were to walk up to a ghost and hit it with a sword and it wouldn't work?
Yes?
Like, he, shuts the chamber. I found a way that we can do that.
You certainly seem to be getting a lot more use of that than I did.
Are we fighting ghosts?
No, but...
What did happen?
No, River, but should the issue ever arise, Lionel kind of just, looks to everyone else and, looks down to his hand as the arcane's, dripping off of his fingers. Rising off his fingers, anyway. I found some way to... You know the spell I always cast Shield?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I found a way to keep it focused and centered on an object. Like this gun, and my robes, and I could do that with any of our equipment.
Oh, that sounds splendid.
Who has a non-magic or non-+1 weapon?
Helena takes out her short sword.
Lionel will ask for it.
She hands it over.
You hand it over. Lionel takes his 2 fingers and strums it along the flat side of the blade. The entire sword looks like it has a very thin, almost transparent layer of arcane magic, and hands it back to you.
Oh.
Your sword is +1. It feels fucking more powerful when it goes back into your hand. Your sword is now considered a magical item. Gives you +1 to hit and +1 damage.
I know, this is very impressive.
Well, apparently I'm the magic god's favorite. I have big shoes to fill, apparently.
I'm sure you'll do splendidly. You already have.
Lionel holds his arms up over his head. Yeah.
He's so proud of himself.
I'm a happy boy. I'm a brave boy.
That reminds me, guys.
He's not afraid anymore.
Yeah, we're going to. This ball is for an event for spring, correct?
Yes.
Ken, is anything we need to be aware of here?
Oh, by the way, Helena,
Mhm.
as of this morning, it is spring.
It is spring. Oh,
Unless
fine.
there's 2 more weeks of snow.
You hear tree snapping and her body begins to contort and then her hair changes color.
Oh God, she's mutated. She turns into
What you don't know is that the Eladrin transforming into their other seasons is a very gruesome detail.
No, you go back to her room. There's a cocoon.
Yeah, she just molted like a butterfly.
Oh, dude, that's true Asgardian fucking copy pasta
Awesome.
lore.
Yo.
I'm not cleaning that.
It's about time. I do, fun fact, that teleportation thing that I do actually comes with some new tricks. Actually, you're not the only one that's been learning a few new things.
Does she look physically different?
Oh, well,
I think they,
it doesn't look physically different, but...
I meant your character.
Oh, my character.
Yeah.
I know we talked about it, but we'd lose the color coordination, man.
Mm-hmm. You did this to yourself.
I did this to myself.
Well, now Candace has to buy her a second dress.
For that, I'm just gonna say no, just for the sake of the
Okay.
color coordination.
Yeah.
But, she leans forward. But, I can do something that Lionel can actually kind of do this, but I can make somebody else teleport.
You what?
You
I
meant
can
to
make
do
somebody
that?
else teleport. Yes.
Oh, when? When did this happen?
It's just a nifty little trick that my kind have.
I'm unsure if I trust you with that.
Why wouldn't
Come on,
you
what-
trust me? When
what's the word
have I
that
ever done anything to make you not trust me, Candace?
How did you guys meet again?
Squints.
Bats her eyes.
I mean, Cadus, I can make it obvious for you that I'm teleporting you. I fucking summon a dimension door right on the table.
You can.
Where does
This
it
is
go?
Gar's- Are we doing
Where-
this
Gar's
now?
hold
breakfast
on.
just falls through the hole.
Hold on. Where does it go, Lionel? Where does the door go?
Literally, like, right next to it.
So as as you open a dimension door about the size of a small creature, the entire centerpiece of food falls through and then ends up in Garu's lap.
That back.
Well, I was.
Why are we doing this now?
Boy, I sure am glad I'm not in that suit.
Why are we doing this now? Lionel just, like, looks over at Canis and just, like, fucking looks at him with a big shit-eating grin. When is it never a good time to try magic?
I agree.
Squints at Lionel.
Makes a second dimension door and an apple just floats in front of him. Like, it's like fucking Portal when you put two fucking portals next to each other and drop something in it.
Yeah.
It just keeps going up and down and up and down.
Yeah.
This apple is now flying at terminal velocity. It would be very painful for anybody to touch it.
Cool, now's a good time to cast Catapult on it. Holy
Here's
fuck,
the
could that wait a minute, could that actually work?
No.
That's around.
God damn, why would you let it? That sounds amazing!
It lasts for like
Either way.
6 seconds, reaches terminal velocity, and you use catapult, it just fires.
Take 30d6 damage from an
Fucking
apple.
It
orbits the planet.
explodes on the side of a wall.
Well, either way.
Back to the thing. Yeah. So can you
Lionel's-
look at how many times?
Oh, the teleportation. Well, that nifty little trick only works once, sadly. But I learned a few new tricks as well. Helena snickers. Well, I can shoot through people now, so that's fun. Also, I can
That's
be
how-
Cupid.
Couldn't you
Killing-
already shoot through people?
Yeah, you mean kill them?
No, I mean shoot through multiple people and possibly kill them.
So killing them harder.
It
Yes.
Oh.
Shooting
Like-
arrows harder.
Lionel just like squints and then goes and snaps his finger. Oh, the arrow travels through more than one target.
Yes. Or
That's how-
even possibly walls and things like that as well.
That sounds extremely painful.
Yes.
Hurt.
Also, I can be Cupid now if I wanted to be.
What's a cupid?
I can shoot you with an arrow and you'll be charmed.
You don't want to. You don't.
Her
you don't
hair
want that.
glows. She's basically Yondu.
Oh, God.
Watch out! Here comes my arrow. It will fly super fast. Now that's.
But
How would you fall? How would you like get charmed by something that just punctured you?
it's
Fey
con-
magic.
No, you have no fair point. Going back to that, I keep getting derailed. Is there anything we need to be aware of for the ball? Especially you, Helena. Are you even familiar with the balls in this plane? Are they different from Faye?
Are they
Balls?
different from face?
Yeah, I was gonna say the balls of this plane. Okay.
Yeah, the balls in this plane.
The balls on this plane.
The audacity of this plane.
Plane.
Balls.
You people like have,
The
like, dances
audacity
around
of this motherfucker. All right, so the art of the spring ball is kind of it's kind of a thing that happens mostly within the prime material plane as a celebration of the new season, and when it comes to a party of certain intent and also like of grand value, it's more than normal for any ball. You know, this celebration of the daughter or the son's birthday, there'll be a ball for it. The celebration of the new seasons, there's a ball for it. The celebration of what is the equivalent of Christmas is also, there's a ball for it.
I
So
love Bahamut mess, you guys. Canis mess.
I was about to say, is Christmas about me now?
Dragon Jesus. All right, so so basically, in most of these circumstances, there is just the general look nice. Have a when the grand dance or the grand celebration proceeds onward. Everyone finds a partner that they have found of interest within the night.
Do nobles from other cities come to?
It's a rare occasion, but when they do, they do.
But are they different from the ones that Helena used to? Or are you familiar with the ones in this plane?
Yeah, Helena and Candace compare notes as far as dancing and things like that go.
What do you mean there's no eating the tree part?
The art isn't the same. Or rather, the celebrations are culturally not the same. There are only a small handful of people that get invited to the Sealy balls, and you're often not one of them.
Well,
Ouch.
ouch.
Yeah.
As far as they know, I just watched on the sidelines. They can't stop me.
You just clung to the rafters like the...
Like a spider.
Gargoyle.
She stole some of the punch.
One day.
No, I drugged the punch.
One
I
day I'll-
spiked the punch.
Oh, remember
She shot
me?
an arrow into the punch.
So there's not much difference and nothing special then? No special event during the ball or anything for the spring?
There is only one special event, and it doesn't really concern everyone else.
Gotcha, okay.
It's more of a small performance from the princess herself.
Neat.
You know, I'm eating my eggs right now. That reminds me. You said you're going to keep the dragon, right?
I intend to, yes.
Have you thought of a name?
I'm still mulling things over.
Lionel just looks up at River. That is the most dangerous fucking thing you could possibly ever ask River.
A name?
Yes.
It's not really born yet, so we don't really know for sure.
Once you name it, you get attached to it.
Well, that sounds like that's the plan, though.
That is Plains Pork Chop.
I was given a name.
He was delicious.
Lionel just fucking looks down at the table I can't believe I'm the only I'm obviously not the only person here, but I can't believe I'm actually one of the few in this group that is actively against us doing this.
Oh, no,
I
I hate it too, but...
I
For the
feel like
sake of
he's
the
going to bite us
others.
in the ass, literally, if it turns into a dragon.
It's worth a chance, don't you think?
Look, I am in no
In
place
this
to be demanding.
situation, no.
Look, I am in no place to be demanding things. Trust me. I already took a lot from Canis. I'm not going to oppose him.
I've already said
My
my
family
part.
lives here. I owe him a lot.
I'm not leaving it behind.
I broke like 10 doors.
I thought you only broke 3.
That you know of.
Squints.
Sorry. Don't go to the East Hall.
You know, we could fix that very easily. River, you have to pay for those doors now.
Ah, come on. He's rich. Why always scared?
That doesn't mean you won't give consequence.
I couldn't get into the bathroom for a week.
There's another, but there's like 10 bathrooms in this place.
I like mine.
Ah,
Well, to be fair, the bathrooms are
Poor
very difficult
Jeeves.
to find.
This one is mine.
There are 10 bathrooms in this house, but this one is most certainly mine.
See a cat marking his territory?
Oh, poor Jeeves.
He's that one fucking cat from Cats. What's this fucking name? The old guy? Oh, God.
Ian McKellen?
Yeah, he's the fucking Ian McKellen cat.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The fuck?
How long do we have before the
I'm
ball,
going to
Dory?
start doing my best Ian McKellen impression.
It's Gandalf.
Was he in the unpatched version?
How long do we have before the ball?
Cats.
Like,
Focusing.
until nighttime?
Because if that's the case, if we're going to be waiting till nighttime, I should have did that yesterday, but fuck it, I'll do it later. I was about to say, man, it'd be cool to go on a fucking magic item shopping spree with the cash I have, but I don't give a shit at this point.
Boy, howdy, do we have a lot of cash.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
I
could do that
mean,
before him.
you do know a man of very particular magic items.
Well, I meant more go to the library and fucking learn some new spells. I want to learn a level 5 spell.
Oh yeah, sure.
I have a level 5 slot and I have no level 5 spells outside of magic items. I wish to know a spell.
I think.
Well,
I think
as you are aware, your technically your library card is what we've been calling it. Every time you level up, you can go to the library in the city and learn a new spell.
Get me in! I want in there!
Let me in! Let me in!
He's adorable when he's excited.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
I'm glad he's in
Sorry,
better
fine, when he gets
spirits.
angry.
As he's waddling away, you notice he's shedding. It's the changing of the seasons, and he forgot
Oh.
his winter coat is shedding.
Ah,
Oh,
yes.
He needs a brush.
Oh, we can make an entire week out of this.
All right, so
Oh, you're touching it.
Farmer, I don't give a fuck. I have to take care of animals shedding.
all right, so you head to the library to go and choose your very own 5th level spell.
You got the list. I'm looking at Conjuration because Conjuration is my deal. Oh, I could fucking get Cloud Kill.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah. The fart gas.
Man, I just realized my favorite cow probably died in that fire.
Wait a minute, what the fuck am I doing? I can get Creation. Oh, yeah! Oh, no! I can make it. Yep.
I think because of the levels of Artificer, you can't cast or memorize a 5th level wizard spell yet, but nothing's stopping you from getting it there.
Ah, balls, is that true?
I don't know, I can put that back later.
Multiclassing lets you
Oh.
pick spell slots, but it makes it so memorizing gets to be a bit of a bitch.
Yeah.
Alright, well, level 4 spell then. I could always just use more spells.
I think you can transcribe it as long as you have, as long as you can use 5th level spell slots. I thought it was.
That's a DM decision at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, the rules are the rules with the library card. You level up, you can go and pick your spell.
Okay. But if I took a 5th level, you wouldn't let me use it.
If the rules don't allow it, no.
Alright, well, then nuts to that then. So, we'll go ahead and I'll figure out what spell I pick out then. I'll look through the list, but basically that just means I'm going to take a spell.
Okay. All right. So, you get your you spend time at the library. Anybody else? Anything you want to do before the ball?
I do actually want to mosey over to the cart drivers, like the people that pull carts and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, there's plenty within Ventimore.
Yep. She wants to kind of go over to any of the main ones, and she's just gonna ask whoever kind of looks like they're in charge and things like that. I have a question for you.
All right. As you kind of find what looks like to be a rather large half-orc looking individual, looks very, very cleanly shaven. Tusks are filed nicely, and he has very clean-looking clothes. Oh, howdy! Looks down at you, and very big man. Like, howdy, how you now?
Hello. I was wondering, has anybody named Bumbuck come in recently at all?
Oh. She's kind of an independent rider, so it'd be very hard for me to tell, but I do know the name. She's had a couple of scraps. Let me see here. He goes through with what looks like to be some of the paperwork on his board, and he's like, yeah. Yeah, she took a shipment recently, heading out to the southeast, hopefully to probably get to the Emerald Enclave, if not the Vale, if that suits your interests.
Out of mild curiosity, how much is it to buy a cart?
I suppose it'd be a couple hundred gold pieces.
A nice
Sure.
one?
A nice one. I imagine it's here.
With velvet insides. Decoration on the front of a harpy.
Fucking Helena just like rolls up.
Let's see. For a nice one, I'd imagine it'd be at least 200 gold pieces. Real nice, made out of a strong wood.
Would you be able to, if I were to perhaps purchase this cart, would you be able to, say, hold it here until she gets back as a present?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it happens every now and again. The traders come and go all the time, so we hold anything anybody might have and, create an invoice and we'll have a commission made and she should have it by the time she gets back.
Fantastic. I'd like to place an order for that.
All right. So, you spend the next hour and a half going through all the paperwork and, of course, getting the invoice, paying for it, stamped, marked, and then handed to you.
You said 200, right?
Yep, 200 gold pieces. For a really nice cart with a very wide back. So she's got more room for more people now if she needed to smuggle something.
Alright. Helena's going to just leave a little note on it and just stick it on the butt of the driver's seat, and she goes, debt repaid.
Alright.
With a little heart that says from Helena.
Okay, good to know. Alright, anything else you guys want to do today?
I never looked for baby Bjorn for the egg.
Wait, what?
You know those backpacks that you wear on the front that you put a baby in?
Oh.
Oh Christ!
No, get all those fucking child leashes.
On an egg?
Yeah! You don't know what's gonna get up to.
Okay.
I hate this. You're making me. I have so many jokes.
Then tell them.
No, we'll be here for years.
Gotta focus. We have a party to go to.
Focus, guys.
Yeah, we gotta go to a party. Okay.
I mean, once again, this thing is the size of your torso. Like, it's like this.
Big egg.
Big boy.
All the more reason to get a leash. Okay.
All the more reason for it to have its own bed, then, I guess.
Out of stone.
Oh God.
Well, if it's a no-go, I'll like to find magical item.
All right. You do know
I'll
of.
what's his fuck?
You go to Arvella's Arcane Assets and
Okay.
meet up with Mr. Donahue, as he is within his shop currently putting in some brand new stock in some of the glass cases that he has strewn around. Ah, River! It's been
Okay.
quite some time.
Yeah, it's been like a day, 2 days, 3 days for us. It's long story short. So hey, we have been dealing with we dealt with the whole scrying thing.
Oh yeah,
We were having issues with.
messy business.
Yeah, but I'm still not comfortable a little bit, just in case. So I'm looking for an amulet.
I mean, it's not impossible. Might have something.
Something to block being scryed upon.
Get his new shop stuff. Oh, nope, wrong one.
I'm looking for a couple of things, so I'm just gonna do that one.
I'm gonna flavor what new spell Lionel just got when I get back.
All right.
I'm looking for that, and just in case you see it somewhere in your inventory, looking for something to help, dodge, more gracefully. Metagaming speaking, something to increase dexterity saving throws, or help with those.
You would be asking for basically something that increases stats.
Not stats, but like advantage on the saving throw or something to help. I'm going to blunt Canis.
Oh, you're looking for Mithril. All right.
Well, heavy
So
boy
for-
that would like to help.
For you,
Mm.
in the amulet that you are looking for, an amulet of proof against detection, I believe. I do have one, but only one. I can't imagine there are too many, considering that they're slightly outlawed. I do have one.
Mhm.
It's about
much
600
is
gold
that for?
pieces.
How much?
600.
Bracky is puking in his own mouth, but River's going to pay.
Oh, bitch, doesn't it hurt?
Oh, we just looted a dragon. Oh, too much.
All right. Try not to walk around with this.
You not walk around with this.
Well, just don't walk around with it. Like,
Keep it in the
openly.
keep it in the paper bag.
You want me to show it on my butt? What does that mean?
No, just, keep it under your, shirt. Armor.
How big is this thing?
It is... it covers around this area for the size of you.
Oh. Something like that
It
into a
would
ring?
fit. It would fit a normal person's hand.
Oh god. I can eat on this. I'll find a way. I'm just going to put it on my fucking baggy pants. Do I need to attune to this?
Let me double check. I don't think you do.
Bracky knows, but River.
It
No.
it does.
Okay. Keep that in mind. And whatever, something to help with the holo safes.
Unfortunately, I don't professionalize in mithril-based equipment.
What about a ring of spell storage? I recall you had one. Just don't remember the price.
I personally did not have one before, but
Oh.
I did order one. There was a very particular place off in the north Celsium, who somebody had created a few.
Just give me the numbers.
Originally. I'm trying to remember what it does. I believe somebody did have one. Alright. I guess. Alright. That was, I believe, 2,000 gold pieces.
That was not 2,000 gold. Okay. Very well. I'll make my way out. Talk to you later. Thank you
Alright.
for
Bye-bye.
the amulet.
Yeah,
River,
keep in mind the reason why Lionel got the first one was because he traded a whole bunch of dragon parts and got a good deal for it.
Mm-hmm.
River, as you're going down the street, you hear the clomping of hooves. As you turn the corner, there is a large jet black horse with fiery hair right in front of you, and Lionel is sitting on it. Hey, River.
She's just staring. With a groggy expression. Looks at you, looks at the horse, looks at you, looks at the horse. You, horse, you.
The horse goes.
This is
What
rather
the fuck?
dashing.
What happened? What is this? What is this?
Wow.
I went to the library and got a horse.
That's not how promotions work.
Not when you have this spell, and I show her Phantom Steed.
I was looking at that figure
You know what?
while I was at the game store the other day.
You know what? I'm a little bummed out. You mind giving me a ride back home?
Hop on.
Well,
He's on a horse.
Way rather dashing.
rather
Fantastic.
2 missions.
I choose you.
Alright.
Okay, guys, you watch as there's a nightmare that rolls up in the fucking middle of Cadus's fucking manor. What do you do? What? Garu, there's a giant arcane flaming horse in your vision.
Man.
Wow, that's something I can actually kind of see. What is it?
Winding up a divine bolt.
Oh,
Lionel holds his hands up and just goes, "What are you doing? This is my horse."
That's my horse.
Dismisses it. What?
I can summon these now. This is rather dashing. And I can make you all horses too.
Oh, that's his
Does
name.
that have a name?
Yes, I just said it's rather dashing.
Rather dashing.
Dash.
You know what? I should go to the library more often. Jeez.
Huh. Interesting.
Walking is for chumps!
How long did you keep the thing?
I can conjure these fuckers for, let's see.
It takes a minute to cast.
Takes a minute to cast. I can hold on to it for, hold on, Phantom Steed. Beep, 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 beep. Here it is. Not Phantasmal Killer.
That's
Okay.
another horse's name.
Large quasi. Casting time of 11 minutes can durate for up to an hour. For the duration, you and the creatures you choose can ride the steed. The creature uses statistics of a riding horse, expeding up to 100 feet and can travel 10 miles in an hour.
Seems huge.
That will come in very handy at some point, I am sure. That's impressive, Lionel.
Huh, well. I got what I needed.
Try to get off the horse now, Bracky.
I jumped. I can jump up to 22 feet. Trust me. Distance is not my problem. So I just jump
Nah,
down.
the horse just rather dashing, just like grabs you by the back of the shirt with its mouth and then puts you down.
God, that thing is.
You will all love rather dashing. He is a valued member of this team now.
It's perfect, and he's a good
Yes.
guy.
As I stare at the DM, I
Oh,
made this happen. You have to now do.
I only had other
I
dashing
will-
for 5 minutes.
Hey, you want to know what? On my Amazon wish list, I put the Conjurations pack, which does have a Phantom Steed in it. So hey,
Good.
Fantastic.
Nice.
My
Rather
birthday is
Dashing
on the
a
9th.
valued member of this team.
And if anything happened to it, we will kill everyone in this country and then ourselves.
No, rather I could just summon Rather Dashing back with a snap of a fucking finger.
I know, but keep the joke.
Can you summon multiple?
I've had Rather Dashing for 1 day.
I look down at my spell list. You watch as Lionel looks down at his spell book and like just a Kieran like horse appears right next to Garu. You all get
I don't like
ponies.
this. I don't like this one.
Too bad.
Why, is it too horny for you?
Yes.
What's I was saying? I think, do we have any other preparations we can take care of?
As far as I'm aware, we're done. I think at this point, we just need our outfits, unless we already have them.
Oh god, I need to go change.
And a ride there, but that can be easily sorted out.
I'll be back in an hour. That thing is awful to wear.
All right.
Quit being such a child.
I get to do
No.
your hair.
A horse! What are you sighing about? You can get one too.
I love the fact that the size of Lionel on a horse is so tiny.
It's a
He's
nightmare.
just a tiny possum.
By the way,
I also made this thing a nightmare on purpose.
Of course you
It's
did.
fucking Rouse Horse. That's what it is.
Metal.
this is Lionel. You guys have been watching me make him with the 3D printer for the past week. Like, just to give you an idea.
Oh, you have a miniature there?
Oh no, I could get a horse. I have a horse.
No.
Oh,
There he goes.
he's getting the horse.
This is
Guys.
important. I need to see how fucking big Rather Dashing is in comparison to Lionel.
Or the size of its head and neck.
So
I'm probably the
It's
size.
I think
horse.
that.
this
I think it'd
is
be more like about the size of a snout.
while this is a unicorn, it's as horse-like as you're gonna get.
Right.
This is Lionel.
Yeah, it's the size of its head and neck.
Going to the ball in style.
And then this is
Garu.
Garu.
Why are you so fucking huge still?
You know what? No, I'm going to actively conjure Rather Dashing to be bigger than everyone else's horse.
Oh,
So it's a Clydesdale.
Yes.
Great.
Okay.
You little motherfucker.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you summon a horse?
No, I can just summon my rage.
so I decided what River got for herself. It was mostly put upon herself, more than likely put on her due to the freaking tailor. It's this big pompous red dress with black accents and white secondary color that looks a lot like roses. Basically the equivalent of the handler's outfit from Monster Hunter World.
Oh, you got a hoop skirt.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
This fucking thing, but a little with more black decorations.
Oh yeah, those.
And she looks
Nice.
uncomfortable as fuck.
You look lovely.
Now get on the horse.
Also, here's your horse.
I mean, wait, guys, you all can flavor what the horse looks like. I could just do that.
I'll figure mine out later, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yes!
same.
Quick, we need art.
You can
D6 horse.
Come on.
D6 horses. I'm gonna have to 3D print all of them now.
Goat.
Alright. So, as all of you prepare your outfits, and as the sun sets, the moonlight now beginning to shine over the entire city, you see the lights of the main castle. You all find yourselves approaching what is the spring ball of Auraria. Canis, as you give your letter, you are then brought just slightly to the side of this guard. He'll be waiting in the main room, the main throne room for you. And then uprights himself as all of you begin to approach and head to the main ballroom. There are several people of varying degrees of royalty and statuses. Even Elmond is there, as he is a member of the council in what is his fine wizard's robes, as he looks to you, Lionel. Ah, friends! I've only seen you since this morning. Well, it's very nice, by the way, River. You look absolutely fantastic, Lionel.
Thank you.
Oh, well, I have some business to attend to tonight, so if any of you might need me, well, as he turns his back, you see the logo of Arvello's arcane assets on the back of his outfit. You know where to find me.
Chilling.
He came to a noble's ball dressed as a billboard. The balls on this man.
As he then proceeds onward into the crowd.
You have to respect the hustle.
I suppose.
Lionel never got off rather dashing.
All right. So.
Never have to walk again.
Yes, you do. You are not dancing with the horse.
Oh.
That's a wonderful sound. So, as there are several people here, left and right, you all begin to find yourselves within the various interesting conversations. So, what do you guys do?
I want to find the magically inclined in this party.
There are several librarians that are here, those within the Church of Ioun. A few that are kind of going back and forth, talking about their theorems of their own classification, especially one talking about transmutation and the perfection of polymorph has come so far, but like it's ever so elusive.
And then fucking Lionel just waddles on into the conversation.
As you see what looks like to be several men and women all look down, and they all look at you interested. Might I ask, who are you and what are you?
My name is Lionel Middle. I'm an Opsu.
Just this very very interested-looking half-elven man with very short facial hair. He's like, Opsu? I've never heard of an Opsu. And he gets
come from
down.
The far north.
Oh, a Celsian?
Yevnin. Am I crazy, Yevnin, or?
Yevnin is to the west.
Right, sorry. Fuck, I'm sorry. Remind me the country again?
It's Yinmen.
Yevnin. Yeah.
Yeah, the country's Yemen. You lived from like some kind of forest, though, right?
The Forest of Spirits, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Right. No, I'm all the way up to the I'm up to the north. I'm from the Forest of Spirits.
Well, welcome, Lionel. You certainly are a very interesting individual. I'd say, welcome to the Spring Ball.
Thanks. Well, I'll be frank, this is my first time in a shindig ever something like this. I'm, more accustomed to more simple things, but hey, at least I'm here, and I guess I could say with confidence I'm an accomplished wizard! We'll just fucking shit up.
Well then, I am Lovis Conrad. As he extends his hand out to you, and he gives it a
Takes
a
one
slight shake.
finger.
It's like, oh, this is very interesting of an individual indeed. So tell us your story. And as you begin to preach back the
Hell yeah.
the various interests, because it seems like it's not that they think of you as like somebody that shouldn't be here. It's, whoa, this is awesome.
You know what? Lionel will take that. That's fine. Like, this is Wizard. Whoa, what? I will take Wizard. Whoa, what?
Yeah, this is Wizards going, whoa, what are you and how did you get here?
Holy shit, a talking rat!
Fucking awesome.
The evolution of the Awakened is an interesting concept in theory that has probably been passed around as the conversation does continue. So that's why they're like ecstatic to find out about you.
They all turn to Lionel first, and they all they all in unison pog champ at him.
Everyone gets a load of this boy.
Oh.
All right.
He got popular rather fast.
Oh fuck.
Okay. So
Surprised. Don't see a lot of his kind around here.
Speaking of kind, what kind of races are around here?
there are multiple different walks of life. Tieflings, half-orcs. Oddly enough, there is a small, huddled group of what look like to be orcan creatures as well, as they kind of stand around. There's a few goblins, which are dressed almost as if they are like navymen. Yeah.
Nice.
That's the sailor I was talking about.
Admiral Goblin.
Are you able
Yeah.
to see them?
No, but I could hear them.
Yeah, like the British Navy outfit. There are quite a number of humans, half elves, a number of elves, quite a handful of very well dressed and probably from here halflings. There are a couple of dwarves. Ever since the situation in Krog, sorry. It seems like the number had kind of thinned as it kind of created this tension between the loyalty of where most dwarves come from and the kingdom itself.
Any familiar faces, someone?
To you? No.
Or, I don't know, for the group?
For the group? Not particularly, aside from you, Canis, as one face pops out to an unbelievable degree. As her procession is undeniable. None other than the
Prince Ali bit.
no.
Oh, you're gonna
However-
love this gal.
None other than the Queen of Vale herself has appeared.
Get all the
Basilius.
way from Vale to here?
As she begins to approach what is the small group, and she points you out, Canis, to immediate degree. Canis.
Am I serious?
Handsome as ever.
Thank you.
As for your friends, all seem so interesting. You sent me a letter, and asked me some things, and I haven't gotten anything back from it just yet.
Helena actually snorts beside him. You'll love it.
I suggest asking your sister about it then. She'll most likely have it.
Oh, Tiffany. Hope. She takes a bit after me.
I'm aware.
Well then. An interesting night indeed. I even got invited myself. Who'd you ask to come here? Or who did you ask to come here?
Just gesture to everyone else.
No.
Helena does like that little wave.
Who'd you have to ask to get here? And she looks at you coyly and as smugly faced as possible.
I was invited here by the king himself.
Oh.
And he'll give her a smug smile back.
Then excuse my manners.
And back to Stoneface.
Well then, I am going to be looking out for some very interesting men tonight, so if you don't mind.
A fine evening to you.
You as well. As she passes by all of you, you see as Faolu closely walking behind, kind of looking at you, Canis, with a very stinked eye.
She seems
Wait.
charming.
Isn't he the guy that we found suspicious the other day? Like when we went out bail?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same guy.
Go around.
Well,
Can you sense anything from him, Canis?
Besides him, the occasional glare from him, not much.
He had this weird thing last time I saw him. I mean, he tried not to help us when we were dealing with the whole forest thing.
I am blanking so hard. Who is this dude?
Faolu, which is the very personal vizier and assistant to the queen herself. He showed up shortly after the Lycia Bay incident and became a very helpful advisor. As far as like the notion of Faolu goes, he was originally from Yimnan.
He gave us a
What is
map that was incorrect when we went to the forest.
Ah,
He
yes.
didn't- He actively didn't want to give us information at some point. Like, he was reserving stuff. And,
The advisor of royalty. They're the most trustworthy of anyone.
oh yeah, hello Jafar, how you doing?
Ah. I
Hey, he
don't
had
think
this-
this is somebody I met. I actually didn't meet her either.
And he had this weird gleam on him. I forgot the exact description, Yara, but
For what you were able to perceive from him, there's a slight shimmer to his visage.
mhm. It's not what he seems. I don't know how to point it out.
Oh.
is he just
Wow.
greasy?
Mm.
While they're talking, Helena's just going to disappear into the crowds and she's gonna go follow them.
Make a stealth check.
Okay. Yep. That is a 25.
Oh yeah.
You
totally.
blend into the crowds. Almost just like, it's like basically Altair and Assassin's Creed. He just blends
So
into a
what- what-
crowd and he just disappears.
Like someone walks by and she just disappears. I love
Yeah.
that shit.
I love that shit too. It's one of my favorite things. So, as you're following closely behind, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Is the royalty here?
Several.
What do they look like? Because we have never seen them in the game.
As as there are several different houses here within Crestpusk itself, there are various leadership positions that are kind of strewn
the
across.
king, his daughters, like.
Oh, them? No, they are not currently in presence.
So, Canis, what do we do here?
Mingle, normally.
I suppose a little bit of socialization wouldn't hurt.
Is it a buffet table?
Oh, there is. Lots of food.
I'll just point River at the food.
That's the mingle I wanted. I'll be right back.
You rush over.
Garo's gonna like meander through the crowd and end up somewhere around the punch bowl. Just like
All right.
see what happens.
You get the faint feeling of somewhere around. There's some creatures that are much like you, Dragonborn. As you bump into one by the punch bowl, it's like,
Sorry, I
My
didn't
apologies.
notice you there.
I don't know where I'm going. It's a pleasure to meet you.
By all means,
it shakes your hand.
you look like a different.
Skills? Wait, are you?
Copper.
Copper. Wow, this is the first time I've met someone of my own race. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And he's gonna do a little bow.
Oh, we don't do that in Dragovania.
Dragovania? Where's that exactly?
You're not from there?
No, I'm from the Western Kingdom of Yinmin.
It's not too often that our kind goes that far.
Really?
Yeah. Algrave.
As he extends a hand out.
He's gonna shake back.
I'm one of the retainers for the king.
The retainers, you say? Of Alernon or Dragovania?
Dragovania.
That's incredible. Are there more people like us here?
Around, just mingling. I'm not good at it myself. I prefer my drinks before people.
And
That's understandable.
You can hear the pouring of what seems to be the filling of a cup.
Well, how about we have a few and we can go over there ourselves, yes? I can't wait to meet them.
I suppose.
And you find yourself walking through the ballroom. All right. So, what else are you guys doing?
I'm just following Princess and Sleazy Dude.
Well, Canis already lost Helena, so I guess he's going to make sure that the rest of the party doesn't cause a scene.
As you are aware,
I can make the moon fall from the sky?
Yeah, like that.
as you are aware, Canis, your invitation to see the king was first noted when you got here.
Okay, it wasn't after the party? Okay.
No, during.
He'll be heading there then.
All right. You make your way as you ask a few guards to the throne room. As you stand out with it feels so far away from the main ballroom that you had taken place here, and as you see these two large ventricle doors as they go up about 100 feet, they slightly just wide enough.
You'll step in.
As you step in and the doors shut behind you, the well-lit throne room here is long. It goes about 60, 70 feet in the far off direction. You see what looks like to be a single long brown-haired man as it falls down, and it is long. His facial hair is clean and kept. His eyes are a very bright and almost glowing green. You can see, just poking just beyond the back of his locks, are two short pointed ears.
Alright, he's a half-elf.
Mm-hmm. As you begin to approach, Lord Metilius.
Your Highness. And he'll give him a cordial bow.
Mother
To what do I have the pleasure of this invitation?
There are many matters that have come across to me these past several months. Many of which are connected to you. I wish to inform you, this country is about to go to war.
That is concerning.
There's not much that I can do about it. With Celsium throwing blame at us for matters that have been happening on their own land, Kaliningrad not returning any of our letters, Vale has been separating themselves recently. Drakovania has saw us as a nuisance to the Lycia Bay issue. Wallenstein is now beginning to assume that what we had done was merely an experiment, and that it was just off by its capital by a few hundred miles. Al-Anon is being blamed for something that we did not do. However, not a single word passes within this kingdom that I do not know about. Especially those who have great leadership. The Blade Ward had informed me of an individual trying to cause more problems than unnecessary. And there is somehow even a darkened god that now roams my lands. Looking at you curiously. I am aware of what you are. That is a great strength that is needed in this kingdom. And by luck, one that I think will be necessary to the future. I would like to ask you something important.
Ask away.
I will live
for quite some time longer. But I think it is important that even my own children begin to look for proper suitors. Ones that I can trust. I would like to ask for a meeting between you and my daughter.
So, I take it this is part of the reason that you wished for me specifically.
Your bloodline is a powerful one. I am of great belief of your father. And I believe at some point after my passing, the kingdom should be turned over to one who sees the importance of leadership.
I see.
However, my daughter, on the odd end of all this, is hard to convince. I would like to make no arrangements until she is more than comfortable with whoever her suitor might be.
That's only fair, I suppose.
With that noted, I think it will be important to remember everything that will happen is necessary. Our kingdom is on the brink of war. I think that you might be the answer that I am looking for.
I'm unsure what you're looking for. I am not my father.
I'm looking for somebody that is understanding that war is necessary. You seem to me as somebody who will make the hard decisions, ones that I am incapable of doing myself. In all my faults, Canis, I value the love of my people more than anything. And not a single one of them out there in those streets desire war.
I suppose they're in for a rude awakening when everyone decides to attack us.
Precisely why I need somebody that will know the importance of it. If we cannot calm the other kingdoms down in time, we are looking at what will possibly be another Favelmark. Something I would like to prevent.
Preventing it may not be what concerns us.
Anyway, by all means, if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them.
Well, if you intend for me to be your daughter, at least one of your daughter's tutors, if all of that plan goes as you wish, when would you expect me to take up this responsibility?
Probably when I am on my deathbed.
Do you assume your death to happen that soon?
Every king has ever had to face a war when it came to Al-Anon has always died. We take the mantle of responsibility seriously. We lead our men into battle. We do not simply bark orders behind them.
I understand. Well, we do have some other business to attend to. Primarily, the visit that me and my companions had not a few days ago, involving the Lumerian you have in the sublevels of this castle. Recently, we have come into a Red Dragon Fundamentium and believe we can free this Lumerian.
Would it be for the better interest of yourself or the country?
I presume both. The more information we have on Lumerians, as well as their king, the better, considering he's the one responsible for what happened in Lycia Bay.
As I was informed. Very well. Should you wish to see this Lumerian, you may call upon Obi Trixton. He will guide you to the lower levels himself.
Thank you. I believe our matters are attended to then.
Very well.
Canis will bow to him again before leaving.
Alright. As you turn and you begin to leave out through the double wide, just tall doors, you see that as they slightly are moved back. And you once again find yourself within the ballroom.
You okay there,
Helena.
Canis? No, no.
Oh.
I have some things to mull over.
No, I don't feel. I'm gonna go outside. I feel a little crowded here.
Fair enough.
Canis, they think I'm a wizard. What's wrong with you?
You are a wizard.
You're a wizard, Lionel.
Yep.
Why are you surprised about being called a wizard?
I'm a very modest person.
What did you think you were before?
The giant rat who thinks he's a person.
You've already shown you far more than that, Lionel.
Enough about my mullings over, though. What about you? You look sullen. You saw the king, right? You're not going to jail or something, are you?
No, he has quite opposite feelings towards me. He wants me to marry he wants me to marry his daughter.
Straightforward.
Among other things.
Lionel fucking just like slowly catatonic faces, pulls out his book, flips to a page, looks at it, looks back at Canis, looks back at it. Holy shit, coming to this city was just becoming a fairy tale. I'm the court wizard in a book!
And those always evil.
Shush.
Oh,
I mean, this is great for you, isn't it? Like, you're gonna be royalty. Be even more so.
Possibly.
why would he want you to marry his daughter?
I believe this is conversation for not in a large, crowded room.
You know what? That's fair. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the guard.
Helena, as you've been following these two around, Acelia does happen to find a small group and manages to stir up a conversation which she is now in full control of, with Falu being far behind in finding this all so droll.
Is he talking to anybody?
No, he has distanced himself from several individuals.
Helena's gonna keep half an eye on him, but she'll listen to what little chickadee is saying to the group as well in the meantime.
They're kind of half jokes and poorly kind of like not necessarily nice jokes, as it's just, you know, trying to keep up appearances and royalty, and everyone kind of having to either laugh or force one out.
Helena's just going to kind of keep listening, but she's mostly just going to keep her eye on the guy. So she'll also like just look around and see if there's anything interesting that catches her eye.
As you're keeping an eye on him, you see both his eyes as they look over, and he notices you are kind of staring as you're kind of moving in and out, but he does happen to see you and keeping an eye but having an ear.
Well, if he sees me, Helena will just give him like a little finger wave.
He slowly approaches you. And he stands before you. Who gave you permission to look at me?
I don't really need permission, as far as I'm aware.
You look oddly familiar.
Do I know? I don't believe we've met.
I suppose it's the, abnormalities.
Could be. I don't see many of my kind around here very often.
People are unassuming.
I don't take lightly to any of these things.
You mean the people?
Things, yes.
Why things?
All of them think themselves to be so individualistic. They forget that they have always been a part of a greater whole. Eventually, they all become things, either to a king or to a grave.
Are you a thing as well? Are you something better?
I'm something worse.
Oh, do tell.
I am the very thing that nobody wants to be. Free. Free to make my choices, free to do as I wish, free. Freedom is the essence of worse to anybody in this room. The way that they look and the way that they stare, they all think themselves not things, an illusion of freedom. They bow to both kings and gods.
Helena points over to the Queen of the Vale. Are you not her advisor?
Depends on how you see advice.
How do you see advice? Or do you give it poorly?
You are quite a prying individual.
I'll take that as a compliment, but that doesn't answer my question.
Don't expect it to be answered. I have my reasons and I do as I wish. Is that not good enough for you?
I suppose I can understand it. Lord knows I do it myself, at least to a certain extent. Though, I'd be careful. Sometimes doing as you please has their own consequences as well.
Do I know that decision too well, actually? As he now begins to look towards Celia, I have matters to attend to.
Oh, please don't let me interrupt, by all means.
As he now begins to look across the entire floor, he sees somebody and he goes, interesting. And then he returns back to the side of the Queen of Vale.
Who is he looking at?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Where's my perception? Natural 20.
Nice.
I'm gonna type this to you.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, secret knowledge.
secrets.
Ooh.
Get them whispers.
Oh, I see.
Kills you.
Ah, okay.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, yeah.
Saw him reach for the dice. I saw it.
As
You all saw it. He came at me with a chainsaw.
as the night proceeds onward, you guys hear as the king approaches outward. He gives a small presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, upon this night, the first night of spring, I provide you with one form of tradition that is passed down for generations. I provide you the song of my daughter. And out approaches from behind him what looks like to be this beautifully red and silvered dress as it proceeds downward all the way past her knees. These long, beautiful sequined gloves, her hair golden as it flows down with these beautiful, almost sapphire blue eyes. Her ears just as long as her father's. To which she then performs a single song that takes an entire room and almost brings anybody that would hear it to their knees. And that is where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's game, everyone.
You get to see your wife to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I can't wait to hate her immediately after hating her.
Oh boy, I can't wait to embarrass myself in front of my people. Yeah.
Ah, yes, behold, the dance of my people.
I don't need to worry about that because I'm one of the only few of my kind.
I never even met any of my kind.
I'm sad now.
All right.
Oh, I made myself sad.
I've made.
So, that being said, relatively easy night tonight, thank God. I was not prepared for anything else. Hey, everyone, thank you guys so very much for coming by, as always. As always, if you want to stay updated, you could always follow us over on Twitter and Facebook. Or not Facebook. Nobody does Facebook anymore. On Twitter.
What are you, fucking 45?
Right? I grew up with Twitter, man. I grew up with Facebook back in 2010, man. It never left me. Now I cease to use it. Also, if you want to catch up on any of the VODs, they're uploaded every Saturday at 9 a.m. and premiered on the channel. So if you want to go by and give it a subscription, by all means. Or if you want to, stay here and follow, by all means, I recommend it. As always, I'm also biding my time so that way I can raid. I know. Every time.
He's doing it.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
I'm doing it.
We got an eye on
Doing it.
Well, while we're buying the time, boy howdy, Dennis is gonna get married.
Everybody
Yeah.
wants a piece of the chain.
Everybody.
Why are we not talking about Rather Dashing?
Rather dashing.
Ah, yes, the horse.
No,
Dennis,
no,
you need to fuck once.
I am absolutely making my horse that spotted horse.
All right.
That's
My horses are gonna be the one with the dog mouse.
Right.
God, it is going to be the fucking Leon and Chris gag, isn't it?
So,
Fuck my daughter. No, damn it.
so with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. And hopefully we will see you guys next week. As always, see you next Sunday, everyone. Have a good night, everybody.
Yay.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Rather